Listen to me very carefully, because what I'm about to tell you could literally change your financial future forever. The IRS has been sitting on billions of dollars in refund adjustments that could be automatically boosting your Social Security benefits, and they're counting on you never finding out about it. I'm talking about money that's rightfully yours, sitting in government accounts while you struggle to make ends meet. And here's the kicker. This isn't some complicated loophole or tax trick. This is straight-up money the government owes you. But they've buried it so deep in bureaucratic red tape that 99% of Americans have no idea it even exists. Guys, I've been digging into this for months, and what I've found is going to absolutely shock you. We're talking about potential refund adjustments that don't just put cash back in your pocket today. They could be adding extra credits to your Social Security benefits for years to come. Let me paint you a picture that's probably all too familiar. You're working harder than ever, inflation is eating away at everything you've saved, and meanwhile, you're watching your Social Security statements knowing that what you'll get isn't going to be enough to retire on. Sound familiar? You've been paying into this system your entire working life. Every paycheck, they take their cut. Every year, you file your taxes like a good citizen. You play by all their rules, and what do you get for it? The privilege of worrying about whether you'll be able to afford groceries when you're 70. But here's what really gets me fired up. While you're stressing about your future, there are millions of Americans who have overpaid into the system and never got their money back. We're talking about refund adjustments from years past that the IRS has processed but never properly credited to your Social Security earnings record. Think about this for a second. Every dollar you overpaid in taxes, that should have been working for you all these years. That should have been building your Social Security credits. But instead, it's been sitting in government coffers, earning them interest, while your future benefits stay artificially low. This isn't just about money, guys. This is about dignity. This is about the promise that if you work hard and pay your taxes, the system will be there for you when you need it. But how can the system be there for you when it's not even giving you credit for all the money you've already paid in? All right, here's where this gets absolutely insane, and I want you to share this video with everyone you know because this information needs to get out there. I've been in contact with former IRS employees, Social Security Administration insiders, and tax professionals who are finally ready to blow the whistle on this. What they told me will make your blood boil. There's a systematic issue in how the IRS processes certain types of refund adjustments, particularly those involving earned income tax credits, child tax credits, and amended returns from previous years. When these adjustments are made, the additional income that gets recognized should be flowing directly to the Social Security Administration to update your earnings record. But here's the kicker. There's a massive communication breakdown between the IRS and SSA. We're talking about a bureaucratic nightmare where your adjusted earnings are sitting in limbo. The IRS knows you're owed the money, but that information isn't always making it to Social Security to boost your lifetime earnings calculation. One insider told me, and I'm paraphrasing here because I have to protect their identity, we're talking about billions of dollars in adjusted earnings that could be adding years of higher Social Security benefits to people's records. But the cross-agency communication is so broken that people are retiring with artificially low benefit calculations. Think about what this means. Your Social Security benefits are calculated based on your highest 35 years of earnings. If the IRS has made adjustments that increased your reported income for any of those years, but that information never made it to Social Security, you could be getting shortchanged every single month for the rest of your life. And the most infuriating part? The government knows this is happening. They've known for years. But fixing it would mean admitting the system is broken and potentially paying out billions in back benefits. So instead, they keep quiet and hope you never figure it out. So who's responsible for this absolute travesty? Let me tell you exactly where to point your finger. First, we've got the IRS leadership who have known about these communication gaps for years and have done absolutely nothing to fix them. They're more concerned with protecting their budgets and avoiding congressional hearings than they are with making sure you get every penny you've earned. Then there's the Social Security Administration bureaucrats who are perfectly happy to calculate your benefits based on incomplete information because it saves them money. Every dollar they don't pay you in benefits is a dollar that stays in the system. It's that simple. But the real villains here are the politicians who oversee both agencies and have turned a blind eye to this systematic theft from American workers. These are the same people who campaign on protecting Social Security while simultaneously allowing a broken system to shortchange millions of beneficiaries. And let's not forget the tax preparation industry that's making billions of dollars off of complex tax codes while ordinary Americans get lost in the shuffle. They profit from confusion while you get screwed over by bureaucratic incompetence. This isn't an accident, guys. This is a feature of the system. They want it to be complicated. They want you to give up trying to figure it out. Because every person who doesn't claim what they're owed is money that stays in government coffers instead of your pocket. But here's the good news, and this is why I'm so passionate about getting this information out there. There are ways to fight back, and there are people fighting for you right now. First, there's a growing movement of tax professionals and Social Security advocates who are helping people identify these discrepancies and get them corrected. We're talking about CPAs, enrolled agents, and even some honest IRS employees who are quietly helping people navigate this broken system. The key is understanding that you have the right to request a complete review of your Social Security earnings record, and you can cross-reference that with your IRS transcripts to identify any discrepancies. When you find them, and trust me, if you've had any refund adjustments in the past decade, there's a good chance you'll find them. You can file for corrections that could boost your benefits significantly. There are also legislative efforts underway to force the IRS and SSA to finally fix their communication systems. Senators and representatives are starting to wake up to this issue, thanks to pressure from constituents who are demanding answers. Let me tell you about Margaret from Ohio. She contacted me after watching one of my previous videos about Social Security. Margaret worked as a nurse for 40 years, raised 3 kids mostly on her own, and did everything right. She filed her taxes every year, never tried to game the system, just worked hard and played by the rules. When Margaret retired, her Social Security benefits were about $1,200 a month. Not great, but she figured that's what she earned. Then, after watching my content, she decided to dig deeper. She requested her complete earnings record and compared it to her IRS transcripts. Guys, what she found made her cry. Over a 10-year period, the IRS had made multiple adjustments to her returns, mostly related to earned income tax credits when her kids were younger. These adjustments increased her reported income by thousands of dollars across multiple years, but none of that information had made it to Social Security. When the corrections were finally processed, Margaret's monthly benefits increased by $340. That's over $4,000 a year, guys. For someone living on a fixed income, that's the difference between choosing between medications and groceries. But here's what really gets me emotional about Margaret's story. She's 73 years old. She's been getting shortchanged for years. If she lives to 85, she'll have lost out on tens of thousands of dollars that she'll never get back. And how many other Margarets are out there right now, struggling to make ends meet, not knowing they're entitled to more? This isn't just about money. This is about respect. This is about honoring the promise we make to people who work their entire lives and pay into the system. When we shortchange retirees because of bureaucratic incompetence, we're breaking a sacred trust. Listen, I need your help to get this information out there. The mainstream media isn't talking about this because it's complicated and doesn't fit into neat sound bites. The government sure isn't going to advertise their own failures. It's up to us to spread the word. If this video opened your eyes to something you didn't know before, I need you to smash that like button right now. I know everyone says that, but seriously, the algorithm needs to see that people care about this content so it gets shown to more people who need this information. More importantly, I need you to share this video with everyone you know. Your parents, your grandparents, your coworkers who are getting close to retirement, everyone needs to hear this. Post it on Facebook, send it in your family group chats, email it to your friends. This information could literally change someone's life. And guys, I need you to comment below with your own experiences. Have you found discrepancies between your IRS records and your Social Security earnings? Have you successfully gotten corrections made? Share your story because it helps other people realize they're not alone in this fight. Subscribe to this channel because I'm committed to bringing you more content like this. I'm going to keep digging, keep investigating, and keep exposing the ways the system is failing ordinary Americans. But I can only do that with your support. This isn't just about getting more views or subscribers for me. This is about building a community of informed Americans who refuse to be taken advantage of by their own government. Together, we can force change. Together, we can make sure everyone gets what they've earned. But here's something that's going to absolutely blow your mind, and I'm still investigating this, so I can't share all the details yet. Remember how I mentioned that pilot program where Social Security is starting to cross-check IRS adjustments automatically? Well, I've been digging deeper into that, and what I found suggests this goes way beyond just simple refund adjustments. There's evidence that suggests the IRS has been sitting on massive amounts of unclaimed tax credits. We're talking about credits that people never claimed but were entitled to. And there might be a way to retroactively claim these credits and have them boost your Social Security benefits. I'm talking about potentially going back years, maybe even decades, to identify tax credits you never claimed, get them processed as refund adjustments, and then have those adjustments increase your lifetime Social Security earnings calculation. The implications of this are staggering. We could be looking at a way to significantly boost Social Security benefits for millions of Americans, all based on tax credits they were always entitled to but never claimed. I'm still verifying this information with my sources, but if what I'm hearing is true, this could be the biggest Social Security story of the decade. I'm planning to have the full investigation ready for next week's video. So make sure you're subscribed and have notifications turned on because you do not want to miss this one. This could be the key to unlocking thousands of dollars in additional Social Security benefits that you've been entitled to all along. Until then, start pulling your records, start asking questions, and remember, the system only works when we force it to work. Don't let them shortchange you for one more day. I'll see you in the next video, and trust me, what I'm going to share with you is going to change everything you thought you knew about your Social Security benefits.